Guys, the Pale Garden biome, well, it's actually amazing now. Like, potentially, best biome in the entire game, good. Sit back, tap like, and I'll explain. So our story, this one kicks off a couple of weeks ago when Minecraft, for the very first time ever, got unique and custom biome fog gradients. Up until that point in time, when it comes to custom biome fog and lighting, I mean, it existed, but not really. For example, the Pale Garden biome, it was actually previously the biggest example of it. You can see exactly what I'm talking all about here when I go from one biome over to the other biome. And something like the sky color, maybe the grass color on the ground, well, it all shifts. But before the update that went down a couple of weeks ago, when it comes to something like atmospheric fog inside of different biomes, that stuff could never change. Biome fog and the atmosphere inside of it, it would be the same across any biome, no matter how different they are. Now actually, throwing it back even farther to late last year, the Pale Garden Awakens drop, whatever you want to call the thing. When this thing was being developed and then eventually released, watch it, buddy. Well, this update was the update. The main thing, pretty much the universal feedback here was, hey, this biome, it totally needs a little bit of thick, dense fog. After all, imagine it running around in this biome trying to avoid the creaking all through some sort of thick, dense fog that you could barely see through. Wait, watch this. Oh, well, it would make this thing's camouflage and orange glowing eyes all that much more disturbing. Enter vibrant visuals in the brand new fog update. So here we are inside of the desert biome. The vibe is totally shifted. Inside of vibrant visuals, first full release here. If I go ahead and back it on up over into a different biome, well, immediately everything on the whole screen, like the shading of the blocks around me, the sky color, the feel, mood, ambiance, and aesthetic, it entirely shifts. From biome to biome here, with Minecraft's new default look, everything gets way more intense and completely changes. Now that update, that was relatively recent, happening maybe about a month ago. Throwing it back just slightly farther than that, Java, the fog update. Inside of one of the only consequential snapshots for the Happy Ghast update, the Java edition basically got this whole brand new atmospheric fog system. It all gets a bit technical here, but essentially we've got two different kinds of fog inside of the game now. We've got our render distance fog and then our environmental fog. This new fog stuff makes the distance feel way more foggy and kind of farther away than ever before. It does also pair with the Pale Garden biome quite nicely in my opinion and actually change how things look. Now, one of the most noticeable times or situations where you can see this much more dense and thick fog, rain. When it rains inside of your world with this new version of Java Edition fog, the fog will get way more thick and dense than ever before. On ground, in game, on foot here. I mean, unless the biome were to get really quite large, you can't see it too much. But there is a way to make this fog a little bit more noticeable. I keep seeing it on stream in our survival series when it's raining into the fog. Oh, wow. The biome, it's now entirely shifted and way more orange than before. Sunrise, sunset, when the world gets this orange tint. Oh my gosh, this new fog looks so good. Again, it's only really going to happen when your biome starts to get a little bit larger. And if you actually look towards the sun, the shift is pretty noticeable here. Already here, this foggy orange aesthetic, it's a big upgrade. But you'd be a fool if you thought that is all that I was talking about. No. So for this one here, we will use the same exact seed. This is the world seed, if you were curious. A lot of numbers. On Minecraft Java Edition, this is a pretty massive Pale Garden biome. You spawn inside of this world right in the Dark Oak Forest. It's literally next door to the Pale Garden biome. Now, in a Minecraft Java structure placement, it's a little bit different than Bedrock, so we've got a village, but the village sits a little bit farther away. On a Minecraft Bedrock edition, the village, well, like this villager actually, it gets to be inside of it, and oh my sweet mama, my heart, it had a palpitation. I fell off of my chair. How in the world is this vanilla Minecraft? What in the world? How does this biome look so good? The default look of Minecraft, the Pale Garden biome, the middle of daytime, mind you. Oh my god. The Pale Garden biome, it has real fog, and it's actually good now. Hey, by the way, this is your quick reminder to subscribe. Only a third of you actually are. So keep in mind, exact same biome, same seed as the Java one we were just checking out a second ago. Right now, I'm walking around inside of this thing in the middle of daytime, and oh my god, look at how dark it is. The atmospheric fog, it's so dense, I can't just straight up see the end of the biome anymore, and the sun even. Heck, while I'm inside of it, I can't even see this thing. Other than the sun occasionally popping in and out of view in the sky, pretty much the only thing telling me that it's broad daytime inside of the Pale Garden biome is these beautiful god rays, the light that shines down through the trees of the Pale Garden canopy. Oh, did I say oh my god yet? This biome, even as it starts to curve out into the open and actually end right here, because of how dense this new fog is, you don't even really know that this is the end of the biome. Instead here, it almost feels like this biome drops off the face of the earth entirely. It's terrifying. It's one of those things that I know. Oh, look at the rays right there while the sun is just rising into the sky. Oh, look at how thick and dense it is. Oh, are you married? Oh my God. Look at the fog, how it shines down at sunrise. It's so juicy. So it's one of those things that I never know if it's actually going to be captured inside of the video, but running around here in game, on ground, in survival, anything could happen to me. I'm stranded, naked, and alone. It actually genuinely feels so terrifying here. Like, even though it's the middle of daytime and it's so dark right now, oh, this is perfect. Now, you keep in mind, Vibrant Visuals, it's currently highly experimental. The devs are working on it. It could change at any second. But, dear God, please, don't turn this down, devs. Leave it alone. So I don't know if the true eeriness and the strange feelings that I'm feeling is really being captured through the video. And especially, I don't know if you'll feel the same way with my commentary over it, but moving around in here and just listening, like the creaking sounds that could honestly be a little bit louder, and the dead, eerie silence of this biome, paired with the fog here, even when the biome isn't even that thick, the fog actually makes it feel so much larger. Here's a view that you would never see in survival Minecraft, flying inside of this biome up above it, because of the fog is so thick and dense here. Well, once I'm inside of the middle of the biome, cloud shadows from Vibrant Visuals, the sun, yeah, they don't even seem to touch the ground, not noticeably at least. And as long as you're inside of like the middle of the biome, the edge isn't too close nearby, you can't see anything. Now, as we know, some of the most beautiful hours inside of Vibrant Visuals, well, that'll be the early day or the late evening. The sunrise inside of the Pale Garden biome, I mean, it doesn't even really look like a rise at all. Instead, it's more of a straight line or something. The sun is currently rising, or at least rising inside of some of the other biomes. But once we hightail it on into the Pale Garden biome, I mean, yeah, statistically, maybe the blocks are lighting up, but you can't even tell that the sunrise is happening here. For me, though, it's the sun rays again and the leaves glowing, shining in this fog. Wow. There is a little bit of a difference between sunrise and sunset. Again, at least inside of other biomes, but inside of the Pale Garden biome, at sunset hour, I mean, it's equally as eerie and just empty, dark, alone feeling as sunrise hour. Terrifying. Middle of daytime right here. I want to show you a little bit of the transition action that happens from this biome moving over into other biomes. So its sibling one, the dark oak forest biome, it does have pretty dense and noticeable fog. I mean, compared to the Pale Garden biome, obviously nothing, like not at all. Super thick, dense Pale Garden biome fog as we start to transition on over into the birch forest biome. It all but disappears, slowly but surely, and all of a sudden I can see the entire world again. This village right here is the location of the Pale Garden. So I'm pretty sure here that at least parts of this village are located inside of the meadow biome. Middle of daytime right now, still about noon. Once I walk into the Pale Garden biome, in this village, with the setting, the feeling, actual builds around me, it goes black and white for a second, weird transition, but then, my God, imagine building a base inside of the Pale Garden biome now with this sick atmospheric fog here. The staircase in the middle of the woods that you were told not to climb, but decided to accidentally climb anyways, sent into a different dimension, and now you're stranded inside of an eternal fog. Yeah, you gotta set up home sweet home here. It's gorgeous. This village right here is kind of the perfect situation, though, because it exactly shows off what it'd be like building inside of this biome with, like, real, proper fog situation going on. I mean, peep how the light just even dissipates inside of the fog in this biome. Bounces off of the trees. Wowee. You keep those lights in mind for a second, because we'll circle back around to them. 2 words, emissive textures. And one of the most final changes to Vibrant Visuals in order to get it ready for release inside of the Chase the Skies update. Emissive textures across like everything in the entire game, they were completely redone and made 1,000,000 times better. Emissive textures just inside of the Pale Garden biome. Oh my gosh, we've got so many. The creaking heart thing. The creaking itself. Where are you? I heard you. Oh, there you are. Look at the eyes right there. In survival, when this thing is locked onto me, they're full glowing. When I flip into creative mode, they stop locking onto me. It's very subtle. I'll loop it a couple of times, but they do change. What happens if I whack a creaking and make a little bit of resin? Will the resin perhaps possibly glow? Well, no. But the eyeblossom, yay, the eyeblossom does kind of glow as well. Now, these emissive textures, they're going to work 1,000,000 trillion and a half times better when they're in complete darkness. These emissive textures here, they are definitely affected by biome fog. Oh, mama, that means we go to the Pale Garden biome. I'm shivered in my boots already. Walking around inside of this biome, I saw something off in the distance over there. Oh, was it an eyeblossom or is it perhaps a creaking off in the distance? Oh my god. So flipping into survival for this one. This is where I really wish that we didn't have other mobs to spawn inside of this biome. But running around inside of this thing in survival with the emissive textures and the fog all over the place, making this place feel way more dense. Watch it, everybody. Watch it. There's a piece of me for everyone. Oh, man. Running around inside of this thing in the middle of the nighttime with the glowing, creaking eyes in the fog. The eye blossoms that'll glow in the background, too. Whoa. Die. All right, fine. Because of all of the other mobs, I can't even do survival. But into the darkest hour, the middle of the night inside of this biome, it's so much darker. The fog is so much more dense and thick. And these things blend in so much better. Like, look, not that you even needed a comparison, but inside of Java Edition, no vibrant visuals, running around inside of this biome, dead of night, midnight, I mean, like, it's literally nothing. This isn't even midnight. And if there was a creaking, well, I'd be able to see it from, like, a million miles away. The atmosphere and feeling inside of this biome, it's honestly like they should have just waited for vibrant visuals to even add a place like this to the game. Genuinely, this is exactly what this biome has always needed, and it makes it like a million times better. So 2 final things that I'd like to test out here inside of the Pale Garden biome. Check this out. Water inside of the Pale Garden biome. It's way more paled out than it is in other biomes. But to be honest here, because of how dense the fog is, and it does look a little bit weird from a distance right now, water, because of how dense the fog is and just how water is in vibrant visuals in general, the water doesn't actually look all that different and shocking here. I hope they update it sometime soon and make it look better. Oh, but on the other hand, you've already seen it a little bit. Torches inside of this biome. With the fog, the light dissipation. Ooh. Oh my. One more time. Oh my god. Unique lighting combined with the fire aesthetics and light rays in this biome. It's the best thing ever. The red torch looks so sick. The blue torch looks honestly maybe even better in this biome because it kind of matches this grayish fog look going on. If we had a torch further off in the background and we moved away from it, again, the fog is just so dense here. The light, it really fades out to the extreme inside of this biome. It just looks so amazing. Moving around in an area with lighting that is kind of already placed in, maybe like this village or something, it makes your builds look so amazing. Yeah, I think it's decided, but what do you think? What's the best biome in the game with vibrant visuals now? Huh? If you find anything else cool, tell me about it down below. Post a screenshot on r/waddles. Today, a huge thank you to my patrons, Pixie Phantom, Deb K, Faithful Grimward, Jilly K, and Lena R. You're all the best. On the end card will be the VV playlist. Check it out for even more of this juicy update, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.